This is West Tigers Radio. Thanks for listening in. And just before the South Sydney match at CommBank Stadium in round 7, as part of an ambush event, our own Gary Watson sat down with Tigers star Adam Doueihi to talk about his injury and where he could potentially come back into the team.
So we're lucky enough to have Adam at one tonight. The first thing I'm going to ask, I'm sure it's a question you get asked all the time. The entire fan base is waiting for you to come back. So how's that injury looking at the moment? How long before we actually get to see you on the field?
Yeah, everything's going really good at the moment. I've had no hiccups since the surgery. It's been about 8 months post-operation now, and I'm basically doing pretty much everything in training besides anyone in front of me. So I'm doing everything in my own time, and hopefully back playing within the next 6 to 8 weeks, somewhere around there. I'll have to get 4 weeks of proper training before that, so hopefully in the next 4 weeks I can do everything the team's doing, and we'll just go from there.
Now, the other question is, you're coming back into a side that's been a little bit up and down this year. I think the effort's been there all year. What position do you see yourself coming back in, and how do you see yourself best helping the team moving forward through the year?
Yeah, probably personally anywhere in the halves. I see myself as a 6. I like getting my ball hands on the ball early and dictating play and putting players into position. So I feel most comfortable at 6, and if that's where a match puts me, and I'll be happy with that.
Thanks, mate. Now, I'm going to ask a little bit of a personal question about your history with the game. How did you come through? How did you get involved in rugby league, and what was your path with the West Tigers for the second time?
Yeah, so I came through the Balmain system, played Harold Matthews and SG Boy under 16 and 18s with the Tigers, and then sort of wasn't seen as one of the key players going into the 20s competition, and Madge was at Souths at that time, and was lucky enough, showed some interest in me and got me across there, and then he sort of left there, and Anthony Seabell took over the job and gave me the first crack at first grade at halfback, and sort of threw me in a few different positions there, and started to find a home in that sort of 14 utility role, and it's been a strength for me being so versatile and playing different positions, and as I said, Wayne Bennett didn't really see me as one of the options when he got there, and Madge was at Tigers at the time and wanted to bring me back, and I've always wanted to sort of come back. I didn't think it would happen this early, but I'm really glad it's happened, and here we are now.
As a fan, it comes across to me, I'm sure it comes across to everyone else, the passion you actually have for this club. I think it's very obvious on the field. Where does that passion kind of come from for you?
Yeah, I think it's just built inside me. I find myself to be a pretty competitive and passionate person, and I've got a lot of care factor and love for the club. I was a Tigers junior and a Tigers supporter coming through, and to watch players like Benji Marshall and Robbie Farah, and to eventually play with players like that is pretty special for me. And yeah, it's just a club I've grew up supporting. I'm a local junior from the area. I live in the area, and I've got a big love for the club. And the passion-wise, I think it's just inside of me. I'm a pretty passionate kid and don't like losing a lot, and I've got a bit of a competitive spirit about me. So it just comes within.
I think that winning spirit that you have is something that endears you to all fans. It's something that I really admire in you. Leadership roles at the club, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a future captain of the club? So you're in the leadership group now, but do you think you can be that captain moving forward?
If it comes my way, I definitely wouldn't back down from it. I feel as though I've naturally got some leadership qualities inside of me, and I was lucky enough at South to learn under players like Sam Burgess and Greg Inglis and John Sutton, who are 3 of the probably best leaders I've been with, and even at Tigers, a player like Robbie Farah is someone I look up to, and gives me a lot of leadership advice on the side, and players like Benji Marshall, who I'm pretty close to. So I've been surrounded by a bunch of good leaders, and I'm always working in that aspect of life away from the footy, and trying to better myself in that position, because I feel as though we do lack it a bit here at the club, and I feel comfortable doing the leadership space, and if it comes my way in the future, I definitely want to back down from it.
Thanks, mate. Now, we have quite a number of young people in here. If you could give advice to a young person who's starting out in the game, what would that be?
Definitely enjoy your footy. It's never fun losing, but as long as you're enjoying the footy, you'll play some good footy. So whether you're out just mucking around with your friends or having just there for a good time, just make sure you're having a good time, and always enjoy it. Never let the result dictate your life, and just push it away and move on to the next day.
Now, the media is always beating up on us, especially in regards to our coach. You're a very public supporter of Mike Maguire. What is it that you see in him that generates that support you have for him?
He puts in the hours. He's the first one at training and the last one to leave, and the thoroughness he has. He's so thorough with his preview and review of games. It's ridiculous. The hours he puts into video and making sure the players have everything at their capabilities to do everything they can on game days. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I've never seen another coach, and he has a proper care factor for this club, and he wants his playing group to do well, and he wants the club to succeed. And he's definitely put in some good places to take us forward. He's brought in 2 new assistant coaches this year, Nathan Kalis from the Rooster system, who's doing our defence, and Ben Gardner, who's been around for a while, who was at Souths as well with him. So we've got all the sort of necessities to help us do everything we can, but it's all on the players now.
Now, as I said earlier, it's been a little bit of a difficult start with a 1 out of 6 wins. What do we as a club need to do moving forward to improve this season? What is it that's going to improve, and what do you see in our squad that's going to turn this year around and actually have us pushing for the finals?
I think we've got to believe in each other. We've got to believe in the system. It's hard to believe in the system when we go 0-4 and 0-5. It's hard to truly back yourself if you're a half. It's hard to throw that pass if you know it's going to work, if they're going to drop the ball. So going off the parrot, I think it was a big performance from us. Yeah, the effort was there. I thought structure-wise in the attack, it's the best we've looked definitely in attack. I thought Hastings brought a really calm head to Brooksy and helped him out a lot with our attack. So we've got that win under our belt now. We can't get too carried away with it, but as long as we can just build a few aspects off that. We've looked at our review and seen a few areas we can improve on. Something like yardage penalties. We got 4 or 5 last week is something you just can't do in this game. So there's areas we're picking up and improving on week by week. We don't want to fix too much, but you've got to fix some little areas here and there. And as long as we can build off that Para game and lay that as our foundation, I'm sure we'll go a long way.
And it's quite obvious that a lot of teams when they're 0-5, the morale is kind of quite down, and I'm sure it dropped in the club. But from the outside looking in, it appears that stayed quite upbeat, and to be able to put on that performance last week to kind of win that game after being 0-5. What is it about this club? What is it about this squad that you have that allowed them to actually stay upbeat and stay committed to the process during that period?
Yeah, it's a hard one. You just don't know what individuals are thinking after a loss. You don't know where their head's at. Some players' confidence can be at all-time low, or some players can just push it aside and work on with it. So it's a hard thing to deal with. But I've been watching training for a few weeks now after the losses, and the competitive nature the boys show at training is the best it's been since I've been here. And stats-wise, our training levels are much above game speed, and we're training at high intensities and stuff. So it is hard to see where players are at and how confident they are after a loss or after a win. But as I said, we couldn't get too excited. It's only been 1 win for the season, so the boys stayed really narrow focused this week and level headed. So fingers crossed they can come out, start good today, and put on a good performance.
Well, speaking about that, we've got South today. You have a history of South yourself. What is it that we have to do today to get over the top of South?
I think we've got to start good. We don't want to give South momentum. Players like Cody Walker and Damien Cook thrive off momentum. So as long as we start good and starting the game early, do all the little things, kick pressure, kick chase, and just effort. If we're there for 80 minutes with effort, we'll definitely be in the game.
From South Sydney, who is it we need to be aware of? Who do we have to keep an eye on? Who as a team do we need to shut down today?
Definitely Murray and Cody. They're massive for them in attack, and they can score tries like they're nothing. So as long as we can settle Murray in the middle and not give their middles momentum to allow Cody to play on the back of that, they're probably the 2 biggest threats, I feel.
And so, looking at today's game, who do you think is going to be the player that takes us over the line? Who do you think is going to be our standout player? Who's going to be our man of the match today?
Well, I'd like to say Jackson and Brooksy. I think they've formed a good combo last week, and they threw a lot of footy at Para and got some tries this each. So as long as they're playing footy and backing themselves to the ability I know they can play it, I'm sure they'll both be in for a good performance.
Now, I'd like to thank you for coming along today. I really appreciate it. We're trying to build a bit of a fan group here and kind of get that support behind the club. And everyone give Adam Dewey a round of applause.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Adam Dewey there, appearing at a recent Ambush event. If you'd like to find out more about the Ambush, visit their Facebook page, just search for the Ambush. There's also more information always updated on the West Tigers podcast forum and within each episode of the West Tigers podcast. Thanks again for listening to West Tigers Radio.